Ghuun is the final boss of Uldir, the first official raid of Battle for Azeroth. He is mentioned numerous times in Zandalar and is worshipped by the locals of Nazmir as a Loa, or the Blood God. Now, there's a question that keeps appearing, and while the source is unknown to me of where it actually originated from, what is Ghuun? Is it a Loa? He might be worshipped as a Loa, but he doesn't belong to any true pantheon of Loa, any of the wild god pantheon, so to speak. So, no, he is not an official Loa, just one considered a Loa. But what about an old god? Well, that question is far more tricky to answer. You see, it is both yes and no. Ghuun is and isn't an old god. He technically is an old god, but he isn't a Yogg-Saron or a Cthulhu. Ghuun is like a baby old god. Its threat to the planet is there, but it isn't anything compared to what N'Zoth or the other two might bring to the table. This is because Ghuun was created in a lab. It was the result of the Titans wishing to create a cure for the old gods, quote-unquote, to rid them from Azeroth without hurting the spirit inside, since when they ripped Y'Shaarj from the world, it injured the spirit within. However, all they got from that experiment was Ghuun, a pure embodiment of what the old gods represent: corruption and control. This being only wants to spread itself, its rot, across Azeroth and destroy all we hold dear. It's just like what it was created out of. While it could still spell doom for Azeroth, Ghuun can be killed and contained. It isn't dug into the world like the other old gods. N'Zoth, Yogg-Saron, and Cthulhu were far too entrenched in Azeroth to be plucked out or outright slain without injuring the whole planet itself, and even then their power was spread throughout the world, even within prison. You could probably better describe Ghuun as an eldritch horror instead of an outright old god. They both classify under the same thing, but they can be different, almost like an aberration is. His power is far too weak, and his influence is far too small to even be considered a true old god. If anything, Ghuun isn't an old god, but instead a fabrication of one, a simulacrum of something far greater and far more sinister. Thanks for watching.